Okay, good morning, everybody. Jay Jennings here, your Director of Education for Har and Valley MLS. Welcome in this chilly morning here in Huntsville, but things are about to heat up here with some great content in today's MLS Power Hour. We're very fortunate to have some representatives from Cubi-Casa to come on board and talk to you about some of the updates of their product and some of the changes that you'll be seeing as a free member benefit. So we'll kind of dive into the app to kind of see what those new changes look like and how thousands of other real estate agents are using this app on a daily basis to get floor plans and for their listings and enhancements. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of turn it over to the folks at Cubi-Casa and let them run with it. So welcome everybody. The floor is yours.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. My name is Joseph. I oversee our MLS partnerships here at Cubi-Casa. Excited to chat with all of you today as we continue our partnership with Valley MLS, bring you this amazing tool. If you haven't used it already, I'm going to go ahead and get my screen shared while we kick things off. And I think I'll just need to get permission to share screen. Awesome. Thank you so much. So bear with me one second while I get this pulled up here. That should have popped up. So again, I'm Joseph on our partnerships team. I'm also joined by Daniela from our success team, who will give us a closer look at some of the tools and features available actually within Cubi-Casa, kind of walk you through the dashboard where you can access everything from there. But to start out, I'll spend about 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes walking through a couple of things. First and foremost, I'll touch on what Cubi-Casa is in general for those of you who have not used the app yet. And then I'll dive into the available products, going through the 2D and 3D style floor plans, touching on what you have access to completely for free, and then taking a look at the available paid options as well, where you'll see an MLS sponsored discount. From there, we'll pause to cover any sort of questions that have come in. And then, like I said, I'll toss it over to Daniela to kind of dive into the product itself, show you the dashboard where you can access, edit, and customize your floor plans. One last bit of sort of housekeeping before I dive in here. I've got a QR code pulled up on the screen. So for those of you who have not created your account yet, who would like to get that set up while we're together today, go ahead and scan that now. That will pull up the custom sign up link so you can actually create your account, associate your MLS membership, and pre-populate that discount for you. If you're having trouble scanning this, we'll pull it up again later on the call, and I'll also send over a link in the chat box for that direct sign up. But I think we're ready to go ahead and dive in. So again, if you are brand new to Cubi-Casa, I do want to give you a quick introduction in case you're wondering what it is. So to give you some high-level background, we started a number of years ago essentially as a floor plan redraw service, but we've evolved into what we are today, which is an amazing mobile app that allows you to quickly and easily scan a property in just a couple of minutes to create an accurate floor plan, which will showcase the layout of the home, like consumers want to see, but also include things like the individual room dimensions that potential home buyers will use as part of that buying process. Now, I'm sure you're probably thinking this is going to be a complicated, technical, time-consuming process. I promise it's really quite the opposite. It's probably easier than you're visioning in your head. If you look at this image on the right-hand side of the screen, that gives you a good glimpse into the steps that you'll take. So you'll open up the app, start the new scan, enter in and confirm the property address, and then it will pull up this camera type view that you see here, where you're ready to actually scan the entire home. You'll walk the perimeter of each room on the interior of the space. Once you've captured everything inside the home, you can capture any outdoor spaces that you want featured on the floor plan. Things like porches, patios, decks, garages, all of that can be scanned. As you're walking through, you're going to get real-time feedback, which helps to make the process as easy as possible for you as the scanner, but more importantly, allows you to get the most accurate scan, which will get you the most accurate measurements and floor plan as the end result. Last thing I like to note before we take a look at an actual scan is that the app is available for both Apple and Android devices. Any device from the last 10 years will work for you. So now let's take a look at an actual scan in action. Unfortunately, I can't show a live demo of, my computer kind of following me throughout the space I'm in as I'm scanning. So this video will next be the next best thing. What you'll see here are two separate views. The main view of the video is just a screen recording of the phone itself. So that's the actual app experience that you'll see. And then the sort of picture-in-picture type view along the bottom is actually filming the woman as she's doing the scan. So you can see exactly how she's holding the device and kind of walking through the perimeter of the space. So first up, when you begin the scan, you'll select the property type. So single family home, townhouse, apartment, condo, any type of property can be scanned. And then you'll be ready to walk the perimeter of each room in the space, scanning as you go. You'll see that real-time feedback pop up that I mentioned. It's sort of a red caution tape that comes up across the screen, helping you to correct things in real time along the way. If you're moving too quickly, get too close to a wall, those types of things. You'll scan all rooms on the interior of the space. So we just watched her walk through a closet into a living room type space. Once you've captured everything inside the home, without pausing or stopping the scan, you'll be able to step outside, capture any of those exterior spaces that you want included. You can even scan things like detached garages or ADUs, all as part of that one single home scan. Once you finish capturing everything that you want included on the floor plan, you'll be able to submit the scan directly to us in the app, and the floor plans will be available to download within 24 hours. It really is just as simple as you saw there, holding up your device and walking through the space, and then you'll have the floor plans available within that 24-hour period. Now, to cover what's available to you once you've actually completed that scan, all the different types of floor plans that you can take advantage of, we've partnered with Valley first off to offer unlimited free basic floor plans, which is what you see here, and what we call light in the system. This is a really great option to start making floor plans a little bit more standard practice when you're getting new listings put together. It will cover properties up to 5,000 square feet of scanned area. So that will include the internal square footage, as well as any of those outdoor spaces that you capture. And it's available to save with or without the actual room dimensions included. So the example that you see on screen, you'll notice each room is labeled with the name and then it has the dimensions of that space listed below. If you just wanted more of like a marketing type floor plan, you can save that out with just the room labels included. Now, beyond the free basic version, there are a number of different add-ons that you can choose from. Everything that we offer is all created from that same 5-minute scan. So there's nothing additional that you need to do. And it's all available on an a la carte basis. So you can pick and choose what's needed or wanted for each individual property. What I want to touch on today primarily is our three most popular options, which is what you see on the screen here. Light is that free basic floor plan that we just talked about a second ago. Plus and Plus 3D are upgraded options that you can choose from. Plus, we'll introduce things like fixed furniture. So you'll see appliances in the kitchen, you'll see fixtures in the bathrooms and wet spaces, so tubs, toilets, vanities, all that sort of stuff. It also allows you to customize the colors and the style of the floor plan itself. So you can save out a simple black and white version for the listing, but then if you wanted something colorful and customized for your Facebook, Instagram marketing, printable for a takeaway at an open house, things like that, you can really go in and kind of customize the floor plan and make it your own. We'll also include a couple of different reports that overview the property. We have a home report, which will detail key features of the home and then dive into a level by level and room by room breakdown of all the spaces on the interior of the home. And then we have the snapshots report. This allows you to take photos as you're walking through doing the scan. And then you'll get a report at the end that includes all of your photos next to a floor plan showing where each of those photos was taken. So this is a nice way to highlight, key features in the home that maybe aren't included on the listing photos. Or if you're working with like a first-time home buyer, for example, this is a nice way to highlight things that may be new to them. So where the electrical panel is, the water heater, water tank, things like that, where they'll see the visual photo of that space, but then also have the floor plan showing exactly where it is in the home. We also just launched an all new feature that is included with Plus orders for no additional cost, which is called Cubi-Casa Tour. It's an interactive floor plan virtual tour experience that you can create using your Cubi-Casa scan and listing photos. And then lastly, we've got Plus 3D. So that will include everything from the Plus package as well as a 3D style floor plan. So the 3D floor plan will have colors and textures matched to the space as closely as possible. And it will also include actual furniture in the home. So things like sofas, beds, dining tables will actually be on the floor plan itself, just to help better visualize the space. In addition to these three popular options, there are a couple of different add-ons that you can select from. We've got a GLA report, which is the gross living area report. This is typically used by appraisers, but it gives you the livable versus non-livable square footage of the home. So if you have a property with like a partially finished basement, for example, or if the top story of the home has areas with low ceiling height, this will actually calculate the livable square footage for you. And then these other two options here. So I mentioned that free basic floor plan will be turned around within 24 hours and cover properties up to 5,000 square feet. If you need the floor plan a little bit faster, that's an option for you. Or if you have a property that goes above that 5,000 square foot threshold, there is a cost associated with those floor plans just due to the increased production cost on our end. And then lastly, to highlight the line of 3D options that you can create. So we've touched on Plus 3D, that is the 3D style floor plan image, sort of that static image kind of looking down into the space. If you select that, you can also create a video rendering, which will be a couple minute long walkthrough of that rendered space. And you can also get CAD files. So this is great for any sort of digital modeling needs. If you're working with somebody who's going to flip the home, remodel the kitchen, take down a wall, any project like that, this is a nice way to do all of that digitally before you actually go in and start any sort of renovation or even demolition of the property. Now, as a reminder, with all of those different products that we just took a look at, not only are you going to have unlimited free access to the light floor plans, you're also going to see an MLS sponsored 25% discount on any of the paid add-ons that you select as part of our partnership here. You may have noticed all of the prices have been slashed out on these last couple slides. That's why, to reflect what the actual cost will be for you. And again, these are all per use a la carte basis. So you can pick and choose what options you want for each individual property that you scan. And just to highlight once more, the free light floor plans are unlimited. So you can create that for every single property at no cost. And if you're just using that option, you actually don't even need to add a credit card to your account. So it's a really great option to get started and start creating floor plans for all of your listings, or to even when you're working with buyers to help them kind of make the decision of which home to go with by creating a floor plan and even offering some of these different reports as available options for them. Now, I do want to give you a quick look at the Cubi-Casa tour experience since this is brand new. We just launched this last week. Once you've actually scanned a property and the floor plan has been generated, you can then turn that into a virtual tour experience like you see here, just by uploading your listing photos to the Cubi-Casa dashboard. Our AI-powered tour will then match and place all of the photos onto the floor plan itself, giving you clickable hotspots, as you see on the left-hand side there, that you can use to actually navigate through the home. It only takes a couple of minutes. You don't need to manually place the icons or anything like that. You just upload the photos. We'll generate the tour experience for you. It's going to be a hosted URL that you can just paste directly into, the virtual tour field on the listing, blast out on social media, all of that. And tour is included at no additional cost for all Plus and Plus 3D style orders. Now, moving into next steps for you to get started, if you haven't already, first up, of course, is to create your Cubi-Casa account. So I'll pull up that QR code here once more in just a second here. You can either scan that or click through the link on your MLS dashboard. Either option will automatically affiliate your MLS membership and pre-populate that discount for you. And then once the account is created, you'll be ready to start scanning and getting floor plans for all of your listings. It really could not be any easier. You're going to be giving consumers exactly what they want, what they're looking for, and then helping yourself as an agent and your listings to actually stand out. So that's everything that I wanted to cover on my end. I'll pull up that QR code once more if you'd like to scan that to get your account created. I'll pause for a second while I check in with Daniela to see if we've had any questions that have come through to share with the group. And then I'll toss things over so she can dive into the dashboard and give us a deeper dive of some of the features that you can start using today.
Thanks, Joseph. I don't see any questions so far in the Q&A, but if you have them, feel free to drop them in now or throughout the rest of the webinar. We'll be keeping tabs on it and also leaving some time at the end to answer those questions for you. But since we're all good there, I'm going to go ahead and get us started on the dashboard view. So let me know once that screen is shared for us.
All right, we're good.
Perfect.
It
Thank
is
you.
very, oh, there we go. I was going to say it's very zoomed in, but we're good now.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, today I will just be giving you guys a general high-level walkthrough of your dashboard that you will be able to access through your web account. You also have access to the app version of your account. They're both linked to the same information. The only difference is that you'll be scanning and creating your orders through the app. And then once you send them, you'll have access to them through this dashboard webpage, where you'll have access to additional tools like our quick edit, styling options, and other neat tools for you as well. I'll also be covering some of the products that Joseph just mentioned, where you can order them and how do they look like, and then which to know what is right for you. So when you sign in, I first want to mention your dashboard landing page. At the top, you will have access to photographers within our preferred network. So these are photographers that include a Cubi-Casa floor plan with all of their photography packages. So if you're too busy to create a scan yourself, you can order through any of these listed photographers. Simply go to their website and complete your order from there. And then at the bottom is where you'll be able to access all your floor plans. You'll also be able to access them through the order list here on the left-hand side. And to open up an order page, all you have to do is click that address and you'll be taken to that order page here. Now you'll see you'll have different tabs available, and these tabs will help you navigate to all the products and packages that we have available for you. So for this particular order, the package I have selected is the Plus 3D. Within this main page, I'll be able to view my 2D floor plan, which does include the Plus version into it. So I'll have the colors and I have the fixed furniture icons. I also have selected GLA measurements, which are provided here at the bottom as well. If you do not include GLA measurements or the GLA add-on, you will have GIA measurements, gross internal area measurements, which are different, and I will explain the difference here in a few minutes. Our new Cubi-Casa Tour product is available under this tab. And from here, you'll have the option to upload your photos into your tour. Once you wait for a couple of minutes, that tour will be generated for you. And you can navigate, review it, and just make sure that everything looks good from this tab. You will have a Manage Tour icon here at the top corner with different options. There will be a specific editor for adjusting the icons within the floor plan. So if a photo looks a little bit out of place or an icon looks a little bit out of place to where the photo is, you can actually manually adjust that. You can add and remove additional photos as well. And to share your tour, you would go under the tour sharing settings. From here, you can copy and paste the link provided here into your MLS portal or social media page. You can also select when that tour link is active or inactive. So if you post this tour for a listing and then that listing goes off the market, you can actually deactivate that link so it's no longer accessible anymore. Now, I did mention that the editor tool. So once you click edit, you'll be taken to this quick edit tool where you'll be able to have access to make multiple adjustments within your floor plan. This specific editor will give you access to adjust the photo icons like I mentioned earlier. So all you have to do is click on the floor level that you want to adjust. On the left-hand side, you will select this tour edit marker icon. And if you select the individual icon, you will get a pop-up of what that photo is connected to that icon. And then using your mouse, you can adjust the positioning of that icon. You can move it around, or you can even deactivate it entirely as well. If you want to add additional icons, you can simply click and drag that photo into your floor plan, and now that icon is created. Once you are done making all the changes that you want, you'll simply click on the floppy disk here at the top, and it will automatically save all the changes for you. Once you save the changes and your screen is done loading, you can simply exit out of this tab. And then in about 2 to 3 minutes, refresh your page, and that new tour will be generated for you with the changes that you just applied. Now, the next tab is your GLA. So if you are needing measurements that include livable and non-livable spaces with external wall measurements included within those measurements, then you will need to purchase the GLA add-on. It doesn't need to come with the Plus or Plus 3D. You can actually order it with the free light package if that is all you need. Along with having the total GLA measurements at the bottom of your 2D floor plan, like we saw earlier, you'll also get this appraisal grade report that will give you the external wall measurements, as well as give you a clear distinction between the spaces that are included or excluded from the floor plan. So for instance, this order has low ceiling area, which is excluded from the GLA measurements. It will clearly show you that within this appraisal grade report, so you can share it along with your 2D floor plan as well. Additional reports, if you do go with the Plus or Plus 3D, are here. So the home report will be able to be downloaded here. And then if you did take photos while you were creating your scan, you will also have access to the snapshot report here. And then all 3D products are housed under our 3D products tab. So this will include our 3D floor plan that you see here. And then if you do decide to go with the 3D video render, it will also be available here as well for you. Now, if you created a floor plan and you would like to upgrade it later on, you can always do that under this upgrade tab here in the corner. Simply select the products that you would like to include. So for instance, if you would really like to see that 3D video included, you would simply select those products, select continue, purchase it, and then within either a few minutes to a few hours, we will generate that new product for you and send you an email notification once that new product has been completed and delivered back into your account for download. Speaking of downloading, you are able to download all of these product files under the download tab. From here, you will just select what file format you would like to download your 2D products in and whether or not you want to show the interior room dimensions. You can download both versions with or without room dimensions if you want, along with the file format that you desire. And then all other packages and add-ons are available for download here within this tab as well. So that is pretty much it when it comes to navigating your order page. Next, I do want to cover your style settings. And this will be particularly useful for those who will be purchasing Plus and Plus 3D products, or those that are interested in getting the correct measurements included into their 2D floor plans. As you can see, you can have as many style templates as you want, but if you're new with us, you won't have a style template pre-created for you. You will need to create one to get started. So you can do that by selecting Create Style. From here, you'll have the option to enter the template name for that style, the language that you want the floor plan labels to be displayed in, how you want the measurements to be shown. So if you want the dimensions only or dimensions with the square footage area. You can add your own logo, and you can even customize colors based on the space type. We do have pre-created styles available for you. The most popular one is earth tones, and you can preview that color combination here. You can also click on the color itself per space and adjust it pretty much to any color under the rainbow. So you can get as customized as you want here with the colors. You can also adjust the label text style, font, and colors. And if you do go with the plus, you will also be able to adjust the disclaimer text that appears at the bottom of each floor plan. Our standard disclaimer text notes that floor plans are created by the Cubi-Casa app. The measurements are deemed reliable but not guaranteed. If you add a space and click out of this, it will entirely remove the disclaimer text, or you can even add your own disclaimer text if you're more comfortable with that option. And lastly, I did mention there are different measurement methods that we provide for your floor plans. Earlier, I showed you the GLA gross living area floor plan. And if you go with that option, you will need to purchase the GLA add-on specifically. If you don't purchase the add-on, the light will not include total measurements for you at the bottoms, and the light is the free version. The plus without the GLA add-on will give you gross internal area measurements. So this will be the interior square footage of the space, so space that is wall to wall. It will not include outdoor square footage, and it will not include exterior wall measurements. If you or your clients are going to be comparing our total calculations with county, public, or appraisal records, highly recommend using the gross living area. Otherwise, there's going to be a large discrepancy potentially between the gross internal area and the GLA that most other sources are using instead. So if you want to better align or provide a square footage more closer to that number, go with the gross internal area instead, and make sure you select that here within your styling options if you're going to be using the plus package. You can also, again, order the GLA add-on under the light free package as well, if that is all that you need. And if you would prefer to have the plus, but not have any total calculations showed at the bottom, you can unselect this entire feature here as well. Then you can save this template and it will go under your template list. You can select which style will be your default for all future orders that you create through the app. And as a note, it won't automatically update the style of orders that have already been created under your account. You will need to adjust the style manually if you want to adjust the floor plan. So for instance, to do that, you would go under your order list, go again under that order, and where it says change style, simply select that new style name that you want. Select change style. Your screen will load for about 3 to 4 minutes, after which you can refresh your page and that new style will be visible for you on your order page. That is all that I wanted to cover with you guys today. I just want to leave you with a tip on how to contact us if you ever need support or assistance. You'll notice this chat bubble following you around the screen wherever you go, not just in your web account, but also it will be available through the app. And here is where you can access helpful resources such as our Help Center Knowledge desk, where you can type in any topic or question that you might have, and it will populate related articles to that question if you want to do a little bit of a self-study and find out steps, tutorials, and other helpful information. And if you want to get a hold of a live agent, you can do so under our messages tab. From here, it's as easy as just sending us a message, and a live representative from our customer support team will be in touch with you and help you navigate through any questions you might need. So with that, I will pass it back to Joseph in case we did get any more questions.
All right, excellent. And I'm going to get my screen reshared here just so I can pull up those QR codes once more. So the one that you see on the left-hand side of the screen is what you can use to create your individual account. And then if you want to have floor plans for your listings, but don't have the time, or maybe just don't want to do the scanning yourself, you can get connected with our local photographers in your area by scanning the QR code on the right-hand side. We did have a couple of questions come through. One was just confirming for the light free basic floor plan about what's included dimension wise for that. So the individual room dimensions are available for the free light version. That can be toggled on and off, so you can save the floor plan with or without the room dimensions included. The light version will not include the overall square footage calculations. That will only be available for plus or above, or if you need the gross living area like Daniela was showing us a second ago. For that, you'll want to get the GLA option. Those two will be under paid products, but the light basic version will include the actual room dimensions. And again, you can toggle that on or off. Another question came through about the GLA, about heated and cooled areas. Is that something that's already there, or is that something that they need to go in and adjust on their end? So the GLA will include that by default. It will show those heated spaces, but those are editable. So we do have a quick edit tool where you can go in and make some changes. So if the property is, under construction right now, if a certain area is unfinished, but it's going to be finished, it's going to be a heated space, you can actually go into the quick edit tool and adjust the labels of that space to show that it is going to be a heated area once the property is complete. So we'll do all of that by default, but you can go in and make changes after the fact if something is incorrect or if you are making updates to the property. Another question came through about the app itself. So when you scan the QR code or click through the link on your MLS dashboard, you'll be able to create your login credentials, create the account from there, and then it will give you a link directly to download the app that you can either click if you're using your phone already, or you can just send to your device and download the app from there. If you do download the app separately within the App Store, you'll just need to log in with those additional credentials that you created. This particular question is asking something about a get button, which I'm not sure exactly what that is. If you're in the Apple App Store, you should just see the sign on screen when you download the app and open it up. You can create the account directly within the app too, if that's easier for you. Just remember after the fact to go into your account settings and add that MLS membership and affiliation to ensure that you're getting the available discount and have access to that free light version as well. But it looks like that's all the open questions that came through. If you do have any additional questions as you're getting started, please feel free to use that chat function. It's baked into both the mobile app and the desktop website when you go to Cubi-Casa, which is our website. Either of those options will get you connected to our support team. We can answer any sort of questions for you regarding the scanning process, the products that you can create once they're actually available, or the all-new tour product, which I definitely recommend using if you're getting one of the Plus floor plans already. Test it out. You'll get an awesome virtual tour experience in just a couple of minutes that you can then share out with potential home buyers. But that's everything that we wanted to cover with you today. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Hopefully this was helpful to get kind of a glimpse into the available products and what you can actually create from that same 5-minute scan. Scan these QR codes to get started and let us know if you have any questions from there. But thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Enjoy the rest of your day and happy scanning.
Thank you, Joseph and Daniela, for those updates and the exciting new features that Cubi-Casa is providing us, and really well done. So thank you for your time today.
Of course. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.